Hello everyone, my name is Sanat and I have been learning Unity for quite some time. Today we are gonna see how to use animation and an animator controller, and for this video I'm gonna use a text object and we're gonna do some animation in that. So just follow along my screen and you will be good to go. So as soon as you open a new project, you will see this kind of window popping up. Let's first of all set it to 2D mode. So in here we've got 2D option, you can set 2D mode. And over here there are main camera and directional light. So we're not gonna need this directional, let's delete this stuff. And let's add a new object. I'm gonna go to UI and then I'm gonna get a text object over here which is present over here. So it brings a text object over here, and then if I select the text object, it is showing over here as new text. Let me edit that to something like I love Unity. Yeah, that will be great. So once that is done, let's increase the font size so that it is visible properly, and then also let's change the color to somewhere proper black. Yeah, that's good. And let's do some adjustments so that it is middle aligned and it looks decent. You can put it to bold as well. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do some animation, and this just expands and contracts and expands and contracts and keeps on going like that. So how do I do that? Let's have a look. First of all, I'm gonna select the text object, and then I'm gonna go to this animation tab over here. Then I'm gonna click on create. This opens up a new window. You can save this animation over here inside a new folder, but first, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna save it over here itself. So I'm gonna name this animation as let me say text animation. Yeah, let me just put it in proper casing, like text underscore animation. Yeah, that's great. Let me save it over there, and you can see this thing coming over here. In here you're gonna select this text object. You're gonna start hitting this record button, because if you don't hit this record button, it won't record your animations whatever you do. So just click on this. Once this is selected, then click on add property. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna change the scale of this text object, and I'm gonna increase and decrease with every subsequent you can say time as it passes through the animation. So I'm gonna hit on this scale over here. I'm gonna click on the add over here. You can see there is a scale coming up over here with XYZ components, and as you can see in the first frame, the components of XYZ are 111, which is fine. I can just click on 10 seconds over here, and then you can just change over here in this window as 1.5 and 1.5 and 1.5. okay, then you can click on 20 seconds and again bring that text to the original scale, which is 1 1 and 1. Then you can go to 30 seconds and then decrease the scale size to 0.5, 0.5 and 0.5. So in order to view this, you can delete this last one. We don't need this one. Delete this one. So in order to view the entire animation, let's first of all stop this animation and just click on the play button to see how it functions. So we're basically gonna have this animation when the game runs. Okay. So let me stop that, and then I'm gonna go to the project panel. Inside here I'm gonna click on this. Then I'm gonna go to animator controller. This will open a new animator controller. Let me give this name as text underscore animation. Let me delete this other one, we don't need this one. So this text animation is here. So once I double click on this, it opens the animator tab, and in here you can see the different states of the animation that we have. So let me just pull this text animation from here and drop it over here. You can see it coming up over here, and everything in animator controller which we just created right now works in transitions. So if I'm in any state, I need to jump to the text animation state. So in order to do that, I need to make a transition from this state to this state. So for that purpose, I need to hit the right click and select on make transition. I need to drop it over here. So basically it says that if I'm in any state, I can do the transition to the text animation state which we just created. but it will be possible if you are fulfilling certain conditions, which can be accessed if you click on this arrow that is coming from any state to the text animation state. So for this purpose, I'm simply gonna create a trigger condition by the name of animate now, which you can do it over here, as you can see on the plus icon, and you can create a new trigger. And then over here on the right side you can see the conditions at bottom. If you click on this plus sign, you can have the animate now condition already available over here. And here are some of the settings. I suggest you don't look at the settings right now, just let it be how it is, just leave it aside. And then everything is set up. We just now need to save this thing. I'm sorry, we just need to create a new script through which we can do this animation. And for that purpose, I'm gonna click on this plus, and then I'm gonna click on C# script. We're gonna name it text underscore animation. Okay, I just messed it up. Let me redo it again. We're gonna click on this plus, and then we're gonna hit on C# script with the text underscore animation to attach to it. Yeah, that's fine. Now let us open this C# script. So while it is opening, let me just recap what we have all done. We just created this text object and we just made a new animation in the animation tab over here. If you don't see this animation tab, you can go to the window, and here you can find the animation over here, and then you can click on this animation to have this animation tab opened up. And also, in order to have the animator tab, you can simply go to the window, then animation, and this animator tab will open up this window as well. And that's it. We just created the animation of simply a contracting and an expansion animation. If you click on this text object and you click on this text animation, just hold on a second, we can see the animation that we have already done. For that I need to click on this, I guess. Okay, anyways, so let us try to do some scripting in order to have the animation functioning. Okay, we are in the inside the script. Let's create a animator component with the name anim, that is anim, and inside the start method we need to initialize this anim with by typing out get component, and we need to access the animator component which is present inside the scheme object. And in here in the void update, we just simply need to type in anim dot set trigger, and we need to write this trigger which we just wrote while doing the animation, and that's it. So this is all done. Now the next step to do is we just need to put this script inside the text object. So let Unity compile meanwhile. Yeah, that is done. So this is the text object that we have. So let's put this script over here, and you can see that the script is attached, and this animator is missing animator controller, which is nothing but this animation. So we have attached it over here. Now if I play this, it should animate instantly. So let's have a look. I'm playing this thing. Yeah, you can see it over here. Let me just put it somewhere in the middle so you can see it properly. What you can do is you can just use this transform tool in order to move it to somewhere in the middle of the screen. You can put it over here. Yeah, that is fine. Now I can just hit the play button, and you can see that it will start animating instantly. Yeah, you can see that expanding and contracting. So I hope that it makes it clear. If you have anything to ask, please put it down in the comment section. I will definitely help you out. So let me just give a brief recap of what we did. We first created a text object, and it got created inside this canvas. For the text object, we attached an animator component over here, and the animator component is nothing which is just merely states of different animation and how it transitions from one state to another state. So in here we have got three basic states. One is any state, which means from any state of the game object, how it should transition to the text animation state, and it needs to go through certain conditions which is present inside this arrow. And I've got a trigger condition over here which is by the name of animate now, and if this trigger is activated, then we will have the text animation going on. Besides this, inside the animation tab, we did the actual animation of the object. So if you can see in the scene, you can see the animation going on. It's nothing but I just did the rescaling of the text object as per different frames. At the 0th frame, I didn't do any rescaling. At the 10th frame, I did the rescaling to 1.5 of all the components, and at the 20th scale, I just made it back to the original scale, and at the 30th frame, I just decrease it to 0.5 for all the components. That is what I did. And inside this script which I created, I just wrote a few lines. That is, I created an animator component by the name of anim, and that anim is accessing the animator component which is attached to this game object, and I am just updating that trigger inside the update method with the name animate now. So that's it what I did, and you can see the thing again going on. Let me just stop this maximize option. You can see it in the animate state as well. So if I hit the play button, you can see this animating over here, and as well as you can see it in the animator tab how this is going up and down. This means that the animation is functioning well. So I hope everything is clear from this. You can do a lot of things with this animation. There are a lot of techniques to do a proper animation. This was just a simple basic illustration of what I learned and what I have been trying to do for quite some time. I hope you all liked it. If you do like it, please leave a thumbs up, and to subscribe to the channel. I will be updating more such content in time to come. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Cheers.